first initial reaction to the Beast Gear camera arm is it is solid. And it is very smooth. You know, one thing I was really concerned about was I used to have, well, I still have it, I have the pocket arm from Lone Wolf Custom Gear, and I bought it specifically because it looked lightweight. It is lightweight, and the packability looked great on it. But one thing I could not stand about that arm is when you would move it while you were filming, and say I was to move it and just stop like this, it would just bounce. Now, I'm not going to say that this doesn't have any bounce. It definitely bounces a little bit, but nothing like that pocket arm. And someone who, you know, cares a little bit about the quality of the shot and the footage rather than just getting it on there, it was just kind of a big deal to me. It was a make it or break it. So this last season I actually purchased the Fourth Arrow camera arm. I want to say it was the micro triple arm and one of the longer ones. We'll break that down when I get to it, but I loved those camera arms because they were super good when it came to just quality and stillness of the shot. There was really no bounce at all in those shots. But man, that camera arm base is so heavy. It's not crazy heavy. Obviously I used it all season, so it's not like it's something that's going to make or break it for me to use it or not, but the packability of that, the weight of that base, it was just kind of like just kind of irritated me after a while. So been waiting for these guys to come out with this, and so far I like this. I've been shooting with it for probably the last like 10-15 minutes. My dogs are running around out here acting like idiots, but even with that slight little bounce that it has in the shot, I'm sold on it. I'm absolutely sold. Mounting it to the tree was absolutely simple. If you've used the camera arm in the past, or if you put a stand into a tree, it's pretty simple. Yeah, I'm absolutely sold on it. Let's get it inside, weigh it up, and show you how I'm going to pack it in the bag. Before we take it inside, just wanted to give you kind of an up close. Still got the signature bracket here from Dan. Super simple, easy to use. Tighten it down just like this, loosen it up. When you mount it, the best way I can explain how I mount these all the time is I will screw this all the way out till this will sit all the way back essentially. Here, I'll do it right now. So I'll screw this all the way out. It's going to get a little loose on me, so hopefully I won't ruin my camera. But I'll screw that all the way out, so this is as close to the tree as I can get, cinch this as tight as I can get, and then I tighten this out. And that'll allow you to get a really good bite and control your angle of your camera arm. Speaking of camera arm angle, this guy does not come with a bubble level. Not the biggest issue. It's super simple to just add one onto it, but for this being just under 200 bucks, I was hoping I'd see one on there. It's not the end of the world. I've got a bubble level right here on my fluid head that I can use, but setting this up in the dark, regardless if you got like a little headlamp on, something small for a light, trying to see if you got a good angle or not, can be a little tough in the morning, I imagine. But not make it or break it for me. I'm still gonna use this. All right, let's weigh it. Arm and the strap. 1 pound, 15.2 ounces, so just under 2 pounds. Not too bad. Compared to last season's setup, looking at 4 pounds and 4.9 ounces. Big difference. Big difference for just a little bit less quality of like a still shot. So I'm not stressing about that at all. The pocket arm coming in at 1 pound, 14.6 ounces. So just a little bit lighter than the Beast Gear arm. but you can just tell by holding the Beast Gear arm compared to this that it's just a little bit built a little bit more solid. The pocket arm is going to be a lot more streamlined. Fits real tight, nice together. Packability of this is going to be a lot easier. Don't mind how dirty this is. I was going to put new stealth strips on it and then never got around to it once I started buying new arms. But I'd say the only positive thing about this arm is the fact that it's very packable. And this was the other setup that I was using this year. I was using this for my saddle setup. And this comes in just under, we got 3 pounds, 13.9 ounces. So again, that Beast Gear setup is going to be the way lighter way to go for just as good quality. All right, let's talk packability. This is the pack that I use all season long. It's a Badlands pack, don't know which one it is exactly. I went through so many packs trying to find out which one I like the best. This is the one that I use all season long. It doesn't matter if it's early season, scouting, no matter what I do in the woods, this is the pack that I bring. It just allows me to pack everything that I want. When it comes to hunting, I pack all of my small gear accessories into this pack. So extra camera gear, if I'm bringing trail cameras, my knives, my grunt tube, my rattle bag, if I bring a rattle bag, any of that stuff, it all fits in here. And then I use my bee stand probably 90% of the time that I'm into the woods. So what I'll do is I'll pack everything into this pack. If I'm bringing any layers into the woods, I'll pack the layers onto the seat of my stand, put my pack on top of those layers, and then I just cinch my pack down with some bungees. I could show you that in one of the videos here. But that allows me to keep my pack streamlined with the width of my stand on my back. It's no wider than it would be if I had my my seat out by itself. So that's why I use this pack. It's super small, super compact, and the Beast Gear arm packs in this thing beautifully, man. Sits right in here in my little water bottle pocket. I can cinch it down right at the top. Absolutely no issue. It's not going to go nowhere. I don't have to worry about it falling out. It doesn't rattle or jingle or anything like that. The pocket arm, where did I put that guy? You could just hear that. Now, granted, I don't have stealth strips on this anymore. I cleaned that up instantly as soon as I got this. I wrapped this in stealth strips to make it quiet. Plan on doing the same thing with the Beast arm. This doesn't make any noise whatsoever. I would run into an issue with that pocket arm where I'd have it cinched up against the tree. And this screw, when it would be real cold in the morning, it would just squeak, squeak, squeak. Haven't had to worry about that. It's about 30 degrees today, a little over 30 degrees today. I had that Beast arm outside for almost an hour filming out there, so haven't had to worry about that at all. No noises. Last year, I packed in the stiff arm Ghost from 4th Arrow, and I would have to pack that the same way. I would slide it in my water bottle pocket, I'd cinch it down with this strap, and it would be good to go. It wouldn't go nowhere. This thing isn't too heavy at all. However, the 4th Arrow camera arms come with that heavy base. Now they've upgraded their bases. The newer ones are nice. They're super compact. They break down really nice, but they're just heavy. Now, if you're someone that doesn't hunt public land and you don't have to go in a mile, mile and a half, 2 miles and go through all the nonsense that some of us have to go through, that might be the best way to go if you're just walking to a tree and there isn't much to it. You're not going to really have to worry about that weight on your back for so long. But when I'm out in West Wisconsin and I'm climbing those hills every morning trying to get to a spot, you know, those extra pounds add up real quick. So super happy with the way this packs. It's going to fit well with what I got going on here. The other issue that I had last season with that 4th Arrow camera arm was I would get that camera arm cinched up, but then I would have that big base and I'd have to use one of these side pockets to slide the base in. And I use one of the side pockets for my main camera. So having this is going to allow me to open up a whole nother pocket, which is awesome. Another thing to note is when you get this, the fluid head bolt that it comes with, it actually is 3/8 inch, I believe. So you're going to have to go out and get an adapter kit, which is going to make your bolt the 1/4 inch that most fluid heads and cameras are going to use. So kind of a pain in the butt right when you first get it. I wanted to do a review on this right away when I got it, but I couldn't put my cameras or anything on it until I got this. Not a big deal. Ordered some online. It came in like a little package of like 4 of them. And what it is, I can't take this out now because I put some Loctite on it, but this is 1/4 inch and it transitions into a 3/8 inch that threads down in there, which allows me to put my cameras on here. Other than that, super short and sweet video here, but I am sold. I am excited. I'm sold. It sucks that it's only February and we've got to wait for a while until we can put this thing in action and get back into the field, but I'm satisfied. Under 200 bucks. It's definitely worth it. Solid. Beast Gear does it again.